This video is going to be in addition to my regular skinning video. It's basically some of the things I'm seeing people doing with all the skins that are getting shipped to me. This is kind of like the top 3 mistakes that I see people making. And this is particularly just just for the customers who are watching my video skinning turkeys to send to me. So the way good turkey skinning works is it's a lot more peeling by hand than it is cutting. I think a lot of people use the knives they're using are overkill. They're maybe a little too sharp or a little too big, and the blades might be too fat. My 2 favorite knives are Rapala skinning knife, and then just a simple, just a real simple little knife like this. They are fairly sharp, but not razor sharp. I'll just sharpen them on one of these sharpening things. But I think the important thing is they have small flexible blades. The one thing that I really like to do for skinning is after you shoot your bird, especially if it's a little damp, is hang it up by the foot, stretch the wings out, and let it stiffen up. Couple, 2, 3, 4 hours. We got this at 8:30 this morning. It's about 1 o'clock now. If you pull the wings out, it'll stiffen up like this, and then it'll lay flat on the table instead of rolling around. When a bird is fresh, it'll tend to roll around and be a little harder to handle. This is the part I think a lot of people struggle with, and this is the breast sponge. So I've made my cut up here. I do like to wear rubber gloves because you're really doing a lot of peeling, and so I start back here when I start this separation there, and then I pull it and peel it. And the thing you want to do is grab the breast sponge with your right hand, or whatever if you're left-handed. See how I'm not cutting, I'm peeling it, and I'm actually making sure that I'm peeling as much of the breast sponge as I can away from the skin, so I'm not leaving all that on the skin. Okay, so here's the other side. I'll get my start like that on the back side of the breast. And I am actually not cutting at all, I'm peeling. And I grab the breast sponge and I pull it towards see how there's a little left, but there's not as much if you do it this way. So for the cleanliness of your turkey meat, the next thing I like to do is I just get the crop and the breast sponge cut right off. So now I am using my knife, but I'm not doing anything with the skin. This is literally just kind of cleaning up the meat. So you go to the edge of that nice piece of breast meat, and I'm kind of cutting that. And then you can see there's the crop. I peel all that stuff away. I got a pail underneath the turkey. Just eliminate that right away. So the next part I think people are struggling with, based on what I'm seeing coming in, is once you get the legs done, it would be the part between the legs down to the bunghole. So what you're going to do, you're going to get in there. I don't need any of these feathers, so I just kind of keep pulling that, cutting that away a little bit down between the legs, and I throw that stuff away. Now this is the important part. Grab the vent and cut that off of there. Don't send that along with your turkey skin. It's just not a good deal. One thing you can do once you cut the vent off is I take a paper towel and I kind of stick it in that cavity there. That will keep any kind of juices or anything from leaking out onto your skin and your meat. Keeps the table cleaner. So now what I do is I grab the base of the tail, okay, and then I use leverage to cut through that's the vertebrae that attaches the tail. Now I have removed the tail from the skin. Okay, that's an important little move right there. Okay, this is the part that I see clearly most people struggle with. So you've got everything done, but now you're at the part where you got to remove the wing from the body. So what I do is I put my hand on the breast meat and I push everything away. I'm kind of pushing down on the wing. Okay, so this is what it looks like when you do that. I'm pushing right here. So this is your breast meat. This is the top of the breast. Now normally everyone, you'll start to fillet your breast off from back here. What you're going to do is start filleting your breast out up here. Now this is, don't cut into the skin too much. I think people are, it's like they're cutting the skin here. This is the key. Pretend like you're going to fillet that breast meat from this point back. You see how I just cut right there, and the wing, see how it just loosened up? This is more peeling back here. Okay, the wing is loose. Literally, you can see the joint right there. You aren't going to find that joint easy unless you fillet the very top of this breast meat off of there. So then once you have that, you know, there's the main wing bone. What you want to do is, I think people may be getting a little too carried away with cutting at this point, but kind of stay towards the bone here. And this is one where just take your time and be careful. I mean, if you put a couple little holes in it, it's no big deal. But if you're putting giant holes in it, what happens in the shipping process is any of the juices and blood and stuff, you know, it's going to get exposed to the feathers on the outside. So you can see how now I have it pretty well fully separated. And then I can just keep peeling. A lot more peeling than cutting.